Hey, let's talk about the phases of food processing, or the stages that it goes through for us to break down our food. First is ingestion, then digestion, then absorption, then elimination. So, ingestion, getting it into your mouth, into your body. Digestion, breaking it down into small pieces. Absorption, bringing those small pieces into your cells, into your blood, usable for your body. And then elimination, the pieces of food that were not able to be used by you are then eliminated from the body. These four stages describe the feeding mechanisms of most animals, even though we may do it in slightly different ways. Ingestion, first, is the act of eating or feeding. Whether you're a filter feeder, like a lot of aquatic animals that are sifting particles from the water, a substrate feeder that's living in or on their food source, a fluid feeder that's sucking nutrient-rich fluid, blood, or sap from a living host, or a bulk feeder, eating relatively large pieces of food. Here's a video of a shark eating a seal. Okay, and then here's a video of lobster mouth parts. We've already kind of watched this before when we talked about our invertebrates, so I'm just going to kind of quickly go through this video. You are welcome to go back to that invertebrate video if you'd like to see how this lobster is eating in a little bit more detail. Following ingestion, we have digestion. This is breaking food down into smaller pieces, so those molecules will be small enough to absorb. This could include mechanical digestion or chemical digestion. In mechanical digestion, this would be things like chewing, grinding, pulsing this food until it is physically broken down into smaller molecules. So more of the molecule is accessible from the surface, has a greater surface area. Chemical digestion is using enzymes, like sucrase here, to break food into smaller molecules. So the sucrose, which has 2 monosaccharides, is being broken down into glucose and fructose with this enzyme. That is chemical digestion. These smaller molecules are able to pass through cell membranes and get inside of a cell. They can be used to build larger molecules. So this can be used to build your proteins or your polysaccharides, or even converted into other molecules that you need. In chemical digestion, this enzymatic hydrolysis will use up a water molecule. So here you have sucrose and water, and then you can see this water is getting split with the OH being added to the glucose and the H being added to the fructose. Most animals, to do digestion, are going to do this within a specialized food compartment. By having digestion occur in a specialized compartment with, carefully sealed off from the rest of the body, that protects the rest of the body from being digested. So it protects its own cells and tissues. Digestion can be intracellular or extracellular. Intracellular digestion means that food particles are engulfed by phagocytosis or pinocytosis. I hope you remember those words. If not, pause here and go look up these words, phagocytosis and pinocytosis. For intracellular digestion, as that phagocytosis and pinocytosis is occurring, food is being brought into the cell with vacuoles. Those vacuoles are going to fuse with the lysosome. The lysosomes have lots of hydrolytic enzymes, and those enzymes are going to break down whatever food was brought into that vacuole. This is how sponges digest all of their food. There's also extracellular digestion, which means that the food is being broken down outside of the cells. However, it is still within our digestive cavities. So it could be within a gastrovascular cavity of like a cnidarian or something, or within the alimentary canal of a higher animal. Oh, something I do want to talk about. In this digestion, I want you to think of like a straw. So if you have a straw, it has like an outside of the straw and then also has like a tube inside the straw, right? And stuff can go through the straw, through the inside of the straw, without actually becoming part of the plastic of the straw, right? It can go through that canal without becoming part of the straw. And that's kind of similar to how our bodies are. You can eat something, it can go into your mouth, and it's still kind of continuous with what's outside of your body, right? It's not really become part of your body yet if it's in your mouth. Even as it goes down through your stomach and your intestines, if it hasn't been brought into your cells, it's not really part of your body yet. It's just like it's passing through the middle of the straw. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. I want you to really stop and think about it if it didn't. Because this next question is, in what sense are nutrients from a recently ingested meal not really inside your body before they're absorbed by your cells? Then here's a video of a hydra eating a daphnia. A hydra is one of our cnidarians that we studied.
The opening scene of this clip shows a daphnia, commonly called a water flea, on the left, and a hydra, a sessile animal in the phylum Cnidaria, on the right. Like most cnidarians, a hydra possesses a ring of tentacles that surrounds its mouth. The mouth leads to a gastrovascular cavity with only one opening. Hydra, like most cnidarians, have highly specialized stinging cells called nematocysts. Some of these stinging cells inject a type of venom that paralyzes the hydra's prey, allowing its tentacles to surround and draw the prey into the mouth. The video shows the daphnia being immobilized and the hydra ingesting the prey into its gastrovascular cavity. The food is then broken down into small particles that are engulfed by phagocytosis by the cells lining the gastrovascular cavity. Credit courtesy of Graham R. Kent and Rebecca L. Turner, Smith College.
Okay. So we talked about this gastrovascular cavity that some animals have. There's also an alimentary canal, which is a digestive tube with two openings that is found in more complex animals. So here's this earthworm. It has a mouth. The canal goes through its body and then an anus. This grasshopper has an alimentary canal with two openings, a mouth and an anus. This bird has a digestive tract, an alimentary canal with two openings. It has a mouth and an anus. Within these canals, you can see there's kind of specialized regions. So this earthworm has a mouth, a pharynx, an esophagus, a crop, gizzard, and then intestines. The bird has a mouth, esophagus, crop, stomach, gizzard, intestines, anus. So there's different areas of this alimentary canal. It's not exactly like that straw we were talking about. It does have specialized areas, and each area is going to have stepwise responsibilities to break down food. So it's going to enter through the mouth. It's going to have responsibilities. If the esophagus is going to do something, then the next step is done by the crop. Then the next step is done by each different compartment of this animal's alimentary canal. So how can you compare and contrast the structure of a gastrovascular cavity and an alimentary canal? How many openings do they have? What is the other structures associated with it? What does it look like? What is its function? We also have accessory structures in our digestive system. These are organs that are specialized for the different stages of food digestion, and they're important parts of our digestive system. These include a number of accessory glands. These glands will secrete digestive juices through ducts into the alimentary canal. These juices are required for the chemical digestion of our food. These include the salivary glands, the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. These all create digestive juices to break down our food. Okay, this is where we're going to start with our next video. We're going to talk about the different compartments of our digestive system. We'll talk about those different accessory glands. We'll talk about what each different part of our digestive system is doing. I will see you in class soon, I hope. And let me know if you have any questions. Bye.